Uh, oh my flipping God, guys. I have had it up to here with this goddamn rain. And I mean, like, literally, I mean, I just can't get back into a kind of a rhythm with binding at the moment. It's sort of doing my head in a little bit, and sometimes, yeah, I just feel like I just go out and, my aura is just, you know, on point, and it just takes down the cloud. It just creates space and all the rest of it. Okay, guys. And sometimes I feel like Bill Gates has got his finger on the freaking whatever. And as soon as I walk out the door, it's like rain, rain, ugh, rain. Anyway, guys, anyway. So I am going to just start with a bit of binding, I think, from today, because we've got beautiful new moon in Sagittarius coming at you, coming up probably around, I think it's on Tuesday. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday, and it's not happening until like 11:30 at night, guys. It's something like 23:32 or something like that. Good number. Right, I really did actually want to kind of come on here today because, I don't like just leaving you guys in the degradation. Okay. And, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I really, really am. I really, really am sorry that love isn't everything that it's cracked up to be in this day and age, guys. In this day and age, it really, really isn't. But I'm not saying, okay, that anything that you've experienced, guys, isn't anything. Okay, of course, we have these strong, profound feelings, for people sometimes, and we really think that it is love, but it's because of the big that we aren't actually able to do it. I mean, gosh, my ex came up to me the other day and he said, "Do you ever think that you're autistic?" And I was like, yeah, of course I do. My God, my goodness. I am in a situation, guys. I really, really am. That I'm trying to get myself out of, and I've been trying for a very long time, right? And I am being kind of forced, if you like, just through my situation, to just be like, transcend it all. Okay, that is really like what I'm being called to do. I really just have to ascend, I have to transcend, I have to transmute, and I have to do all the goddamn work, okay? Because nobody likes to respect my boundaries, right? Okay, around here. And I've had to learn to get clear on my boundaries. But there's one boundary in particular that just gets trashed all the freaking time, guys. And I've got to be clear with you guys, I don't like a pop-in. Okay, so when it happens like 5 or 6 times a day, sometimes every freaking day, right? Okay, guys, I really do have it up to here. Okay, I really, really do, guys. I really, really do. Okay, but at the same time, I need to move beyond my own restrictions. Okay, I really do. And so, I have just decided that I'm just going to have to do what I've always done and just take full responsibility for being the spiritual one. Okay, the one that just transcends, the one that transmutes, the one that ascends, the one that just, and guys, the truth is, it isn't, it's happening to me in a couple of different areas in my life where I just sometimes just feel harassed. I really, really do. And so, I have to acknowledge, we all do. Like, what is it that you are actually manifesting? Okay. What is it that you are allowing? What is it that you're creating? What is it that gets on your nerves so freaking much, guys? And that actually, is your fault. Okay. At the end of the day, because it's, it's like your blueprint, okay, guys, that doesn't really know anything else, okay, because you've just lived with it for such a long time. It has become your expectation, okay? It's your expectation in the world. Even if you've tried to move beyond it, even if you've tried to forget it, okay, it's still deeply held in your unconscious, okay, in your blueprint, right? And so we are responsible when we can want somebody else to take the mature masculine stance. We can want for them to look out for us, we can want for them to protect us, we can want whatever we want, right? Okay, but sometimes at the end of the day, we just have to step into that role ourselves, because we aren't ever going to experience it from somebody else until we are doing that, right? Okay, but I did want to just say, come on, guys, come on. Generally, often in these situations, okay, it isn't exactly love, okay, because, we're coming to realize that love is something that is actually never ending, okay? But we are feeling all the feels, okay? We've got strong feelings, and they're often rooted in feelings of desire, okay? And gosh, I'm trying to think, what was it that I, well, eros, really, okay, because we talked about this before, I think it was on the old channel, actually, guys. This idea about love and kind of what is it, and how do we find it ultimately, and how do we how do we manifest it, actually, and how do we continue to it, because it isn't enough just to manifest it, guys. And honestly, guys, I have actually had a realization of what's going on with these kids, okay, guys. And we can't really blame this situation on the Gen Zs, because we didn't actually have this situation with the Gen Zs. So I am worried about the next few generations of kids that are going to be coming on here. Because when my son, right, was born, we didn't have a little device in our pockets, okay, that is a total addiction of blue light, okay? That's what it's about. That's how we get addicted to it, as well as being addicted to information, okay? And so for the first at least 3 months, okay, when we used to have babies, guys, all we would do was sit and baby gaze, okay? We were just in love with our babies. We just wanted to connect with them. We just wanted to look at them. We just wanted to be absorbed by them, okay? And that was love, right? And as well, I did want to kind of just touch on, I said really that the only times we feel, I mean, maybe it happens occasionally. It's never really happened to me. What I thought on a couple of occasions, what I've thought has been like love at first sight kind of thing, I've actually then come to realize, sort of many years down the line, has actually been love at first, well, sorry, yeah, trauma bonding at first sight. Okay, I was going to say love at first trauma, but no, trauma bonding at first sight. Okay, guys, that really, really is what it is. Okay. But and I'm aware, okay, guys, that not all mothers and fathers, okay, fall in love with their children at first sight, or more likely at first awareness. Okay. Often it can be a case of, I'm not interested. I just don't even want to go there. I can't deal with this right now. And many children, many babies are born into, myself included, and this is part of what I trauma bond with, um postnatal depression. Okay. And actually connecting with somebody that just wants you to go away. They just want you to go away. They're just like, I can't handle this right now. I don't actually want this. You're too much. This is too much for me right now. I'm already dealing, with like whatever, and that kind of thing. Okay. So this is my point, guys. This is my point. Love is so complicated. It really, really is. It really, really is. But the thing is that love itself, the truest essence of love, is total ease. Okay. It's other things that are complicated. It's human feelings. It's our expectations. It's our experiences that, both in this life and our ancestral, sort of experiences and conditionings, okay, and indoctrinations, right, as well as our peers and our parents, honestly. Okay, that is really where it comes from. And our ability to love, I know, and for many people it's going to be like a real kind of case of, oh my God, I just can't imagine that is how I love. Okay, the way that I was loved. Okay, and it isn't actually as obvious as that. Okay, it really isn't. It has to do with our expectation of love. Okay, and our expectation of love, okay, is how, yes, we were loved. Okay, generally in those first few minutes, okay, of love, in those first few hours and really, really early days, okay, it can, and like I'm always going back to, it can even be, it comes from being in the womb, okay, it really does. And the feelings around how it was with you in the womb. Okay. And I've got a story about this myself. Okay, but I'm actually not, I don't even feel confident in talking about it. Actually, I don't feel like it's something I want to kind of communicate right here and now. Okay. Because it has to do with somebody else. Okay. And in my, very, very personal to me. Okay. But I don't feel comfortable or confident talking about it. Suffice to say that I know for a fact that when somebody is in the womb, okay, and they aren't wanted wholeheartedly and with total devotion, love, and care, okay, and an expectation of pure joy to be experienced around the birth, okay, people can come in, even in those very early, minutest days, okay, of even before you're born, have everything to do with how you feel loved in this life, okay, and your expectation of love. Okay, it's so complicated and it's so confusing, honestly. And as a result, then, and as well of being destroyed in those first few months, okay, we don't actually even know how to love. We weren't even shown it. Okay, so please don't shoot the messenger. Okay, I'm not here to tell you who, how, when, and where, and why you either love or don't love. Okay, but I can speak from my own observations and from my own experience. Okay, and what I see people thinking is love, okay, quite often, generally, unless you can leave that experience with a feeling of, I have so much love for them. But more than that, what I'm having to go through, okay, guys, which is that person is family, okay? And that you have to show love every single time, right? More or less, okay? They come round with their stuff, okay? And that it isn't just enough to just push away and to just get stressed, okay? Because, you aren't, because you are, rather, oh God, what is that word? Just destroying my boundaries, basically, okay? Having a boundary and it just being trampled over and trampled over again and again and again and again, okay? You get to a point where then you just decide, no, okay, I'm going to have to be strong and fit and quite fierce, okay, with this boundary, right? Because this situation is getting on my goddamn nerves now, okay? But then you actually get to the point where you get beyond that and you just go, actually, this isn't serving me, having this fucking ice queen boundary. And the whole point of boundaries, guys, the whole point of boundaries, I came to learn once I actually worked out what they were and how to have some. Okay, the whole point of boundaries is to move beyond them, is to realize that actually you are safe. You are so safe. And as long as you can love, as long as you understand love, understand love, and are constantly seeking it out, and you'll know this is about you constantly seeking it out, okay? It's got nothing to do with anybody else. When you're constantly seeking it out, it will be your first priority, okay? Is to make others feel good. And now, some people are not there yet. They struggle just to make themselves feel good, okay? And often that is why. It's because they don't go out of their way to try and make people feel good, okay? So it's a catch-22 that people find themselves in. They are depressed, they're down, they've got, health issues, mental health issues, they've got a lot of stuff going on, they've got childhood trauma that they aren't willing to look at, and all the rest of it, okay? They can't even begin to look at, okay? Because they just don't even, they're stuck in in obsessive compulsive, experience with whatever it is that they have latched onto, okay, as their projection, because it's a distraction away. So this is why it's not about me having a go at anyone or wanting to make people feel bad. No, it's about reaching out to those people that think that the situation that they're in is love, okay, and saying the likelihood is that it isn't, okay, because we find it so difficult to love unless you haven't been vaccinated, okay? The likelihood is it's a trauma bond, okay? that is teaching you how to love. Ultimately, yourself first and foremost, okay? To have boundaries, to get strong with them, to get firm with them, so that you can actually start to get a little bit more relaxed with them in the end as you get older and as you feel safe. Okay. Now, there was something else I was just thinking to say there, but it's gone now. I'll write it in the description box if I have to. I actually put a link. I always do this wrong. I annoy myself, but because I'll wait until 70 people have seen my video and then I think, oh, I'll put a link to the other one. So I put a link in the last one to maybe, in fact, I might put it in this one as well. I'll put a link to the Carbivore video if you're interested, guys, in the description box below, because I do think you know, you could do with some hacks.